Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to part 2 already, where we're going to continue mixing for the artist like Yang. Please go check him out in the description below. Give him all the love and support. You can also download this project file too, if you go over to patreon.com/catandbeats, and then you can mix along as well. There's a competition going on there. Who can mix this track the best using only Ableton 11 stock plugins? Woo! Anyway, super exciting. But we're going to continue with only in the box Ableton 11 plugins and continue mixing. We're going to continue with the drums. But before, let's get into a little bit of before and after. Before, the track sounded like this. As you can hear, a lot of little things happened, and you're going to be able to see every little part. If you want to like it already, that would be great. If you can subscribe, that's great as well. And if you want to write anything, even for the algorithm, will help a lot. Enjoy the episode, and see you guys on the flip side. All right, guys, let's chill out, continue going, and have a good time. So last time we got done with this. Very chilled out. Sounding good. And we're just going to keep going. I think overall we're going to need a little bit more low end thump out of this, but I'll be doing that with a compressor later on the whole drum bus. Right now, let's continue with the shakers. We got a click noise and the offbeat. So I'm going to just move over here and start with the offbeat first. Noticing that there's no extra stuff here, so I'm just going to ungroup this and just start with the closed hi-hat offbeat. Turn this off. Check out if there's any automation. Not really. So I'm just going to, again, ungroup this thing. Take the utility that's there just on purpose. Delete that. I'm showing you all these extra things, by the way, because you've probably now downloaded this project and you're like, there's so many little things, and I can't believe Guido got it to sound like this, and it's so strange. I just delete things. When I notice that there's no point to something out of experience, then I'm like, no, that's all right. So this overdrive is definitely going to have a point. Tall filter is just going to be a side chain. And then this high pass filter is also going to have a point. So I'm just going to be calling this automation. And I would love to delete all these other ones. Can I just delete like this? No, I can't. Okay. Oh, cock. Oops. There you go. All right. I would love to just, if Ableton could make like a function where I can just delete these things and then just put the high pass filter over there, like a drag and drop, like boop, that would be amazing. Anyway, tall filter, this is a low pass. Let's see what this sounds like for a second, because I have a feeling it's just overcomplication for a closed hi-hat. It is. So we're going to delete that. Okay, so there's not that much top end. I guess that was in some of the other things here. So I'm just close these, well, actually group these two together and just leave that in and just write down what it is for a second, just called automation. I might actually end up deleting that too, but there's no top end. So I saw that there was excitement here, an exciter used. This type A is not an exciter, as in not for ascend, but let's just give that excitement via an EQ. And let's use a vocoder to get it dusty. Vocoders are really nice and underused, really. I used the vocoder in part 1 as well for the kick drum. But yeah, try using that. I mean, just really fast. If we just listen to that before and after. You know, it's nice. I'm just going to put this EQ over here. We could potentially also use an overdrive. Wait, let me just go over here. Go to the audio effects plugins, and then go to drive. And then we have options to make it sound more top end heavy, like erosion. Any type of saturation will bring out the top end. So we can use that. Overdrive. Let's try these out. Let's first try erosion because that's the one thing I'm like, I don't really use it. So let's try it. We'll use a noise. Doesn't really sound sexy. Let's do an overdrive at the top end. Jesus Christ, sorry. Okay, that's horrific, so let's use a little bit of it. Like 2%. Maybe 7%. That's a bit much, isn't it? It's too much, isn't it? It's like, it's just too much. It's too distorted. The thing, yeah, nah, let's try one more. Okay, I'm using it at 1%. I know I'm like one of those like, well, at 1%, I can really feel the difference and it's me. But really, it's just when you overdrive it too much, it just sounds like it's over distorted. So 1%, that's all right. And not trying to be one of those like, if you use the compressor with just a, you know, those mixing engineers where you're just like, dude, it's not even on. What are you on about? Let's put a reverb on that just to push it to the back. Okay, and I'm going to cheat a little bit. I have something called a Boots and Cats, which is my little utility. And I made this with an LFO tool a long time ago. And a lot of the Patreons and people I work for now have this thing. It was even on PML. But this is basically just a sidechaining tool. It's super fucking easy because you just have a boots amount, boots and cats and boots and cats and boots. And that's actually where the and comes in. So you can, you know, decide if you want all that extra reverb in it, or you put it before or after. But let's just put a little. It's just to put in an extra little bit of sexy. Now, and the further I go with doing the kick and the tom and the clap and the hi-hat, the more I'm also listening to the previous parts of the track. And slowly I'll start going back and forth the whole time. Maybe you do the same kind of thing as I do when it comes to that kind of stuff. And we have a shaker. So this is going to be how I think about it as 1/8. So it's like this most simple thing to mix. And then we have here a 1/16. Now what you can do with the 1/16 is start adding a little bit of panning. I'm just going to delete that toolkit, whatever. The drive is not doing any automation, so whatever. Tall filter, don't care. EQ, whatever. Then we have a effects processing button. I'll leave that the way it is. Okay, now we have this. Let's just EQ it. Normally, if I mix for people, I do actually listen first, but right now, I don't think there's a need for it. So this is already very wide. Normally I would say, hey, let's try a auto pan. I'm going to try it anyway. I kind of have a feeling it won't work, but maybe it will. Where is the auto pan? Here it is, pitch and modulation. All right, automation. So 1/8. Does that work? Not really, eh? It just kind of sounds like ass. Let's just do that. Ooh, that is a mess. So I'll take this Boots and Cats, put it behind, and put this effects processing here. I'm gonna again use the vocoder, but this time to create the low end of this track, because there's no low end. There's only top end, so it's completely cut, which is kind of annoying. I'm gonna do this instead. Let's see what we can do. Go with eighth. We can do something there. Bit of extreme, insane EQing. But you know what? I don't care. To the top. Here we got. Okay, so now at least we have a little bit of low end, which is always going to be nice because we have so much toppy stuff here. It's not very tight though. Let's see what we got. We got repitch mode. We have no transposition yet, so what we can do is we can put it on beat mode, put it on transient, and then just tighten it up. Nice, right? Like, it's nice to have like super reverbed out type of stuff, but when I want to dance to percussive sounds, it's nicer when everything's just like that, instead of like wishy-washy. So yeah, 1/16. A couple of tips there, and let's continue going with the click sounds. This is in the sampler. I'll just close that off. This is noise, vocoder, and release time. Ugh, this might be a problem. Normally, when somebody uses this, what it will tell you as an indicator is that it's going to be white noise type of stuff that's added. Sometimes it's really nice, sometimes it's really bad. So I'll just leave that the way it is. Delete the... Actually, do we need this? No, we don't. Okay. Crap again. Boom, gone. Oh shit, no, there was automation. Hold on. Okay, so there's a low pass filter here. Make that red. Then there's a low pass filter there. Make that red. Filter up. Filter down. All right. Goodbye, toolkit. And let's now start with this clicky sound. Oh. Okay. I'll take this clicky sound and I'll auto pan it. Because it'll be nicer. I'm going to also put the Boots and Cats on it because it's just too much noise stuff. I don't know. What do you think? It's a mess, isn't it? Yeah. I'm gonna keep it really tight because it's just weird. It's not working for me just yet. I'm just gonna make this red and this thing red as well. I have to pay attention to this. This might backfire. Might backfire. It's too phasey and weird. That might be the vocoder. Is both of them being used with all the other vocoders. So everything I'm doing is like backfiring really hard. But you know, that's how things go. Brick wall limiter. Okay. Jesus, really? This is a real thing. All right, I don't really know why that's there. That's smart. That's like a broken sound. But that's all right. There might be a reason for it. Really? A very strange sound. You've made buttons. Cock. What do we do with this? For that last little click, I'm just gonna filter this extremely. We'll just do that. Fuck it. We'll see what that does. What does this do? Reverb and Fat Filter Pro R. Is this a long reverb? That's a long reverb. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Delete that, delete that, delete that. Well, you know what? That works. So we're keeping that. Okay, then we have TFT, but that's basically it for the drums. What I want to do now is just compress it heavily. So we have dynamics, compressor, multiband, compressor. We'll go compressor as hard as we can. Oh, look how beautiful this opens up. Okay, so hard as we can, threshold down. Okay, so this might seem a little bit strange, but I want to just slam this thing to insanity. And then I'm going to use this as a parallel chain, but I'm going to use the parallel chain with EQ. And some of you might know why I'm doing this. Comment in the thing below why you think I'm doing this. All right, so now we got this. I know this is crazy. Now we made a parallel knob. So I'm gonna take the dry, push it back in. See if that works for me. I need to put a volume button behind this. Does this work? Because there's two things I can do. I can either do this. Wait, let me try this for a second. Difficult. I'm maybe making my life very hard. I think I'm making my life difficult. Let's try this out for a second, because I might have completely fucked up, which is fun. Yeah, I think I fucked that up. Let's just do a good old fashioned. We'll plop this on for a second. Try this out. Let's try this. Basically, what I'm trying to do is just control the low end, or let the low end kind of compress the rest. So a 10 to 2 is going to be fine. Let's do that with the low. All right, cool. So that's an internal side chaining trick right there to get the whole thing to pump on that one track so that the low end doesn't go to boo, boo, boo the whole time. All right. Let's compare the two together because, like, basically it's the same thing. Let's try it like this. Okay, I know it's louder, but the glue compressor option works better. So fuck the audio effect rack. I was trying, just in case you were wondering, do the valve compressor thing from Golfos because that is my main bitch. But it wasn't working. Anyway, let's try a little bit of EQ after this. And check out the volume. Yeah, it's all right. I'm going to do some, take this down and do some mid-side volume and call this the makeup gain. Yeah, I do makeup gain with a mid-side EQ. Shoot me. Yeah, that's all right. I'll leave the low in there. Let's give it a little bit of mid. And also to the side. Get rid of the mid. All right, a little bit of makeup gain there. Perfect, sexy. All right, let's double check if that sounds good or if it sounds absolutely like garbage. I always suggest you do the same thing yourself as well. Might be a bit too much compression. Let's give it a little bit of a bump. It should be okay. It's not perfect, but you know, we're working as we go. So let's go bass. Bass, this is the bass color for me. Whole bunch of stuff again. This is annoying that there's automatically a cut here. So hopefully that is automated. God damn it. All right, get rid of that, and that. I'm just going to turn this off for a second and I'll redo all of the automation. We have 3 basses. I must compliment the bass of this track though. I think it's awesome. Tad over the top, which is awesome, but it's so cool because it works so good with the rest of it. It works so good together with the rest, so I really like that. So let's go. Is this the bass color? No, that's not the bass color. That's the bass color. Let's go check this out. Actually, you know what? I've probably been going on long enough. I will probably leave this video here. So if you are on patreon.com/catandbeats, you're actually able to mix this track, which means that you're not only watching but you're also doing. My school of thought is that you can watch all type of athletes do all type of sports, but if you want to become good at something like soccer or basketball, you need to practice as well. So you can watch them, but you need to go out and practice. So you can watch me, but you need to go out and practice. You can actually practice along with me if you want, and go into patreon.com/catandbeats and download this project file. There, you're also going to find other project files of real people. It's not like everything's already prepared for you and it's super easy to mix. No, no, it's going to be hard. Things are going to be all over the place. You're going to have to pay attention and figure out what's going on, the artist intent, all that kind of stuff. And you can see me struggle through and make mistakes and do weird things as well, just via following this YouTube channel. So go over patreon.com. There's 300 something videos, 100 something patrons, all types of user base or mixing questions, reverse engineerings there, so I can go over your music there. And obviously you can download the project files. So it would be nice to have you there. If you don't feel like doing that, but you do feel like helping me out, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, leave a comment, even just for the algorithm will help out a lot. And if you really dislike this video or disagree with something, hit the dislike button or the like button twice or 3 times and the dislike button twice. That would really, prove a point. All right. Much love. Peace out. Take care. And see you guys again next week, where we're going to continue with part 3 already.